Friedrich Wilhelm Nietzsche was born on October 15, 1844, in Rocken, Prussia. His father, Karl Ludwig Nietzsche, was a Lutheran pastor whose teachings deeply influenced Friedrich. His mother, Franziska Nietzsche, was a devout and strong-willed woman. Nietzsche had a sister, Elizabeth, born 2 years after him, and a younger brother, Joseph, who died young. The same year as Joseph's death, Nietzsche's father passed away due to a brain illness, which profoundly affected young Friedrich. After these tragedies, the family moved to Naumburg to live with Nietzsche's maternal relatives. Nietzsche grew up in a predominantly female household. This environment likely contributed to his unique sensitivity and perspective on traditional values. Nietzsche's early education showcased his exceptional talents in literature, music, and philosophy. His mother enrolled him in the prestigious boarding school Schulpforta, where his intellectual interests flourished. He wrote poetry and philosophical essays, marking the beginning of his quest to answer profound questions about life, death, and religion. In 1864, Nietzsche enrolled at the University of Bonn to study classical philology but transferred to the University of Leipzig in 1865, studying under classical scholar Friedrich Wilhelm Nietzsche. There he discovered Arthur Schopenhauer's work, particularly The World as Will and Representation, resonating deeply with Nietzsche's thoughts on life and suffering. In 1869, at 24, Nietzsche was appointed a professor of classical philology at the University of Basel in Switzerland, despite not completing his doctoral dissertation. In Basel, he developed his philosophical ideas, publishing his first book, The Birth of Tragedy, in 1872, introducing his concept of the Apollonian and Dionysian aspects of art and life. Nietzsche formed a close friendship with composer Richard Wagner, who profoundly influenced Nietzsche's ideas about art and tragedy. However, their friendship deteriorated in the late 1870s due to Wagner's nationalist and religious tendencies, conflicting with Nietzsche's evolving philosophy. After the split with Wagner, Nietzsche embarked on a prolific writing period, producing significant philosophical works such as Thus Spoke Zarathustra, Beyond Good and Evil, The Gay Science, The Twilight of the Idols, and On the Genealogy of Morality. By the late 1870s, Nietzsche's health significantly deteriorated, leading to his resignation from the University of Basel in 1879. Despite his physical decline, he continued writing but became increasingly isolated. In January 1889, Nietzsche experienced a complete mental breakdown in Turin, Italy. Witnessing a horse being beaten, he embraced the animal and wept, marking the onset of severe mental illness. Nietzsche was taken to psychiatric hospitals and later moved to Weimar, where his sister Elizabeth cared for him. Nietzsche died on August 25, 1900 in Weimar, after suffering from pneumonia and a stroke. He was buried next to his father in Rocken.